Hi, hello. This is Professor Ramakrishna, and welcome to my YouTube channel Archiversity. Along with this YouTube channel, that is Archiversity, I also have a website archiversity.com, and I also teach courses on online educational portals like Udemy, Coursera, Teachable on different topics of finance, accounting, statistics, and other quantitative subjects of a business management. So my courses are intended to the students ranging from beginners to the advanced learners. In this lecture, I am going to explain you the concept of various steps in recording accounting transactions, or we can say that simply the recording process, in the sense where exactly the accounting activities or transactions originate in the business, and finally how they look or how they are presented to the different stakeholders. So the complete process is called as the recording process, and I am going to explain you that in this lecture. There are various steps in accounting recording process. So the first step in accounting recording process or the sequence is the transaction. So when we are talking about a business, the accounting definition also talks about the transactions and events which are of a financial character. So the business will come across with the different transactions and events. Now to consider whether this particular accounting transaction is worth in a recording a book or not, we have to see that whether the transaction has any financial character or not. So accounting records only those transactions that are of a financial character. Let us say you paid a salary to your employees rupees 1 lakh. Now this is a transaction, and you paid a salary which also involves cash or a financial character, and which is measured in terms of a money, that is a 1 lakh. So this is considered as a transaction. Suppose on the other side you issue a letter of offer, or you can say simply that offer letter to an employee, and promising him to pay rupees 20,000 as a salary per month. So here this is not a financial transaction, because you just simply give an offer or letter of offer or offer letter to an employee, and this 20,000 rupees that you promised to pay, but the amount is not paid. So this is not a financial character. This simply is an agreement which doesn't involve any financial nature. So this transaction is not entered in a book of records. So that is the first step in your recording process, to check whether the transactions or events are of a financial character or not. Once you identify these transactions of financial character, then you need a documentation, in the sense what are the various sources of a documents from which this originated. Let us say you paid a salary. Now assuming that this salary is paid with the help of a check. Alright, so your check is a source document. Or if you paid the salary amount in the form of a cash, then there may be a payment vouchers from your customer, from your employees who received the cash. Or let us say you purchased goods and by paying a cash. So your invoice will act as your source document. So that means once you have transactions, then these transactions need to be supported with your documentation, different sources of a documentation. Then once these two are there, then we enter this into a book called as a journal. So normally if your transactions are limited, then we enter all those transactions into one book called as a general journal. Otherwise, if your transactions are multiple, in the sense in the thousands of transactions are there, different types of accounts are there, then we'll have a different books of original entries, books of original entry. Like you may have separate books for your credit purchases, then credit purchases, then you can have a credit sales, then sales returns, purchase returns. Likewise, you can have a different books of original entry or journals to record all these transactions. So once you are done with your journal transactions, then we post those into a ledger. So the process of recording or the process of transferring accounts from journal to ledger is what we call as a posting. So in a ledger, what is that we do is we create separate books or separate accounts for each type. In a sense, let us say we may have an account for a cash, or we may have an account for credit sales, right? And we may have different account for our furniture. We may have a different account for our expenses paid towards rent. Likewise, we'll create a separate ledger books. So we call this as a ledger, and transferring transactions from journal to ledger, we call that as a posting. Then once you post, in the sense frequently we post, frequency will be monthly once. Then we balance these books on the basis of a monthly or periodicity, maybe on a month or a quarter or yearly. Then all these balances are sent to the trial balance. So trial balance is simply we try to see that whether our assets equals to liabilities plus equity. So here we create a trial balance saying that what are the revenues that we received, expenses that we paid, then what are the assets that we own, liabilities we owe. So based on that, we create a trial balance. And after trial balance is prepared, we may find some entries which are missing. So we'll make a note of all those transactions. We prepare a adjusted trial balance. Using this trial balance, finally, we prepare a financial statements. In case of financial statements, we will prepare statement of a profit and loss. This is the one to know whether during the period we earn any profit or not. Then we create a balance sheet. So this will tell us how much of assets we own and how much liabilities we owe on a particular date, that is normally on the year end. Then we also prepare statements like a cash flow, which talks about or which explains us how much of a cash came into the business and moved out from the business during a particular financial year. Then we also prepare other schedules required as per the accounting standards. So these are the different financial statements that we prepare. So these financial statements, once prepared, are shared with the stakeholders. So this is the total process of a recording, or we can say that the recording process, where it originates with the transactions and ends with the preparation of a financial statements and sharing that information to the different stakeholders to take wise investment decisions. Hope this lecture clarified or given insights into the recording process, in the sense as an accountant, where your role commences and where your role ends related to recording of transactions in the books of records. Thank you for watching this lecture. So from my next lecture onwards, I am going to pay attention on writing a journals. So I classify this into three. One is a basic journal entries, then moderate journal entries, then journal entries with the tax adjustments, and finally accrual based accounting journal entries. So I classified one journal entries into 4 different lectures, so that multiple examples can be given to you to make you understand on how to journalize the transactions in books of original entry. Please do watch those videos also, which will enhance your understanding of financial accounting. See you soon.